Hello engineers, welcome back to Engineering Design Simplified. If you want to learn more about how to analyze mechanisms using analytical method, please subscribe to my channel and press that bell button so that you will be notified when I upload a new video. In this video, I am going to discuss Scotch yoke mechanism, position, displacement, velocity and acceleration analysis using analytical method. This is typical Scotch yoke mechanism, and this link is crank and this is slaughter and this is plunger. When crank rotates, it slides, the slider slides inside this slot, and then that moves this plunger in and out. Let us see in the coming slides how to derive equations. If the crank rotates, let us say counterclockwise direction with a angular velocity omega, and this crank length let us call this r. So this point we call A and this point A prime. So in initial condition, when this angle crank angle theta equal to 0, this A will be coinciding with A prime. So the length is up to this one. So when the crank rotates by an angle theta counterclockwise, then slider moves towards left, and this displacement we call that x. If this is x, this is also x. From A prime to A double prime, that is x. So displacement of plunger can be written as x equal to O A prime minus O A double prime. So from this, O A prime or O A is r, that is crank length. So this length O A double prime can be written as r cos theta. So x is written as O A prime minus O A double prime. So from this, r O A prime is r and O A double prime is r cos theta. So r minus r cos theta. So displacement of this plunger x can be written as x equal to r into 1 minus cos theta. Here we have assumed angular velocity omega and angular acceleration, that is clockwise, alpha. So in order to find velocity of this plunger, we need to differentiate the displacement equation with respect to t. So v equal to dx by dt. So we know that theta equal to omega into t. Omega is angular velocity and t is time. So dx by dt can be written as d by dt into r into 1 minus cos omega t. So cos differentiation of cos omega t with respect to t will become r omega sin omega t. So velocity, that is dx by dt equal to, that is velocity of the plunger, is equal to r omega sin theta. Now let us derive equation for acceleration of this plunger. Acceleration of this plunger can be written as a equal to dv by dt, that is differentiation of velocity with respect to time. So that will become d by dt into r omega sin omega t. So differentiation of this term will become r into alpha sin omega t plus r omega square cos omega t. So acceleration of the plunger can be written as a equal to r alpha sin theta plus r omega square cos theta. So if angular acceleration is considered 0, then this term will become 0. In that situation, acceleration of the plunger will become a equal to r omega square cos theta. After having derived equations for displacement of plunger, velocity of plunger and acceleration of plunger, let us solve a problem using Microsoft Excel. In this problem, we have considered r crank length equal to 1.5 inch. Speed of the crank is 1910 rpm. So this rpm can be converted into omega angular velocity as 2 pi n by 60. So that will become 200 radians per second. So here we have taken minus, that is because it is counterclockwise. So here angular acceleration alpha, that is clockwise, positive, we have taken 1500 radians per second square. So for any given crank angle 0 to 360 at an interval of 15 degrees, x displacement is calculated using this equation and velocity is calculated using this equation, and this term alpha a is found using this equation, and variable a, that is considering alpha, this column is calculated using r alpha sin theta. So total acceleration is this plus this. So let us see in the coming slides the graphs. In this graph, we have plotted theta versus displacement of the plunger. So at 0 degrees, when theta equal to 0 degrees, So the plunger displacement is 0, that means plunger is at its extreme position. When crank turns 180 degrees, the displacement x will be maximum, that is plunger is to the leftmost point. So again, when crank turns to 360 degrees, then displacement is 0, that means the plunger is going back to its original position. In this graph, we have plotted theta versus velocity of the plunger, theta along horizontal 0 to 360 and velocity of the plunger on the vertical. When theta equal to 0, that means the plunger is at its rightmost position, velocity of the plunger is 0. When theta is 90 degrees, that is r is coming here, theta is 90 degrees, then the velocity of the plunger is maximum in the negative direction. When theta is 180, then that means the plunger is at its leftmost position, so velocity of the plunger is 0. When theta is 270 degrees, that is crank is coming to this position, then plunger velocity is going to be maximum in the positive direction. When theta turns 360, then plunger goes back to its original position and velocity of the plunger is 0. In this graph, we have plotted theta versus acceleration of the plunger, theta along horizontal and acceleration of the plunger along vertical. So this blue line represents when we neglect alpha, angular acceleration. So the yellow line represents the total acceleration, that means we consider alpha also. So these are the curves. When theta is 0 degrees, then acceleration of the plunger will be maximum in the positive direction. When theta is 90, acceleration is 0. When theta is 180 degrees, then acceleration is maximum in the negative direction. Similarly, when theta is 270 degrees, acceleration is 0. When theta is 360, acceleration is going to be maximum in the positive direction. That's all for today's video. If you like this content, please like, share and subscribe. Thanks for watching.